Hi guys, this is Animate with me 4, as you can probably tell by the title, and yeah, we're gonna be doing something a little different today, and yeah, instead of animating in Blender, since the last three were all in Blender, we're doing in Moon. We're gonna have this kind fellow, this little jolly guy. He's gonna parkour through here, swing under here, and grab the taco and probably eat it. Yeah, also, I got a theme for, Moon. I don't know who made it. I just grabbed it from the Moon Animator Discord, and it's purple, which is cool. Okay, let's start. Since I wanted to kind of run up here, I need to kind of get him into a position where he can run. Alright, so I want to say some things, because I got some comments on some video, on one of my videos. Some people are saying the rigs aren't mine and that they want me to join my stupid server and stuff. And well, I'm not gonna lie, you're not wrong. They're not my rigs, and I know that. But the only reason I'm putting them in my Discord server is because if I use my email stuff, I might literally dox myself, which is why I'm not using that kind of stuff. And from what I know, the rigs I use are, there's an IK rig, and there is the rig that I used in my videos, the Unparented Legs rig. The Unparented Legs rig is, from what I know, is it's from a video I saw from Dev. He does better content than me, and I make similar content to him, and his content is better than mine. That's just what I have to say about that. In fact, my content is inspired by him. I'm not trying to copy him, in case if you thought that. Simply like his content, which is why I wanted to do something similar. I feel like we're not moving fast enough. No, we are. Yeah. So yeah, I acknowledge the rigs aren't mine, first of all. The only reason I put them in my Discord is because it's convenient for me, and I do not want to dox myself, because I could accidentally dox myself by using my email and stuff. I somewhat know who made the rigs. Like, I think, from what I remember, the Unparented Legs rig was made from a guy called Azaz. I think I've watched some of his videos. I think he has a channel. I don't fully remember, but if he has a channel, I think I've watched some of his videos. The other one was made by Your Eyes or something like that. Yeah. I love the rigs that I have currently. There's also some plugins I use. I also got most of my plugins from Dev's videos. Not to mention, if you haven't watched Dev, which I'd honestly be kind of surprised if you haven't, because you're watching my content. I mean, if you've watched my content, you probably have watched Dev at least once before. Because he's kind of the guy who makes this kind of content and shit. So, yeah. Yeah. There is one other thing I want to address, and it's that I haven't been uploading, like, at all. And the reason for that is pretty simple, actually. Like, it's not a very crazy reason. It's simply that, I just didn't feel like uploading. Like, seriously, that's the entire reason. I just didn't feel like it. And also because I generally did not know what to animate on camera. After this video, I might end up uploading a video with some of my, animations that I've done off camera. Because, trust me, there is quite a lot of them, and I'm willing to upload them a little bit. Alright, this should do the trick. You don't know how long I've been posing this one. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Please tell me in the comments. I do not know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm clearly doing something wrong right now, because it just looks so ass. It's so bad, but I don't know how to fix it, so we're just gonna go with this for now. The hell? Right. Tin made this. Okay. Cool. So I actually want to talk about something not important per se, but it's pretty cool. Pretty interesting. So you guys know, I'm pretty sure you guys have probably, if you've been on Roblox for like any amount of time, you've probably heard about the Roblox blackouts, you know, the numerous amounts of blackouts that have happened. So-called blackouts, as they were pretty bad, to put it simple. Like they did not work, bro. Pretty much, I personally think they're stupid. I even tried to mention it in a short that I personally think they are not exactly the smartest thing to do. They're not dumb per se, as they have a good math. They know what they want, but they're kind of not realizing how to do it. Like, I think I said in a short right before today, I was gonna make this video, like, I think 2 days ago. But, pretty much what I said was that, like more just people are better explaining it than me, but, like, what I know right now, the blackouts are kind of dumb because they need to do it for a longer amount of time, from what I remember, from what I've heard. Like, if they're gonna actually do, you know, a blackout, they need to do it for like a few days, so it can be more or less a boycott, which is what it, apparent from what I know, is what it actually is. Am I doing this right? I think it looks alright. Yeah, another thing is that, I know you guys have definitely been hearing about Roblox's recent updates, and they're, questionable to say the least. They're pretty ass, but I think we already knew that, we all know that they're pretty dog shit updates, and, oh no, let's just do a little bit of that. I should fix the issue with his head was just, bro, he just completely face planted, bro. God damn, he was cooked. This guy was actually fried. I have a pretty cool kind of swing some stuff up. Let's do this now. This looks pretty good. Okay, I do want to mention, so, I've heard about the, you've been playing Roblox recently, you probably heard about Build, which is their little, AI thingy, which I personally, and, you know, most people all believe is absolute bullshit. You know, we kind of thought we were getting a Roblox Studio on the phone, but, yeah, I don't know if I would call this Roblox Studio. I don't know if I'd call this Roblox Studio. From what it's literally just AI. It's literally a prompt. They're just adding more AI to the website for some reason. Don't know why they're doing it, but they are, and it sucks. I wonder if this is gonna be pretty cool. His arm should probably follow this. See here. Okay, I'm actually liking this so far. Okay, he might overshoot it. He might overshoot it. Okay. It's okay, bro. It's okay. He might overshoot it though. He might overshoot it just a little bit. He might overshoot it. Anyways. Yeah, so yeah, I personally think Build is dumb. They're making 2D clothing, like, cost a shit ton with, like, zero profit, which, you know, I'm not a clothing designer, but I can already see how bad that could be. And I believe that's stupid. Kinda wish they didn't do that. You know, just so clothing designers don't, you know, lose their mind. See this? I think it needs to go a little bit higher. Oh my god, he's gonna miss it, bro. He's gonna miss. God damn it. Oh, it's okay, bro. Trust. We can salvage this. We can salvage this. Trust. We can totally salvage this. Alright, this is actually pretty cool, bro. He's actually, oh, he's cooking here, bro. Look at this guy. He might not miss it this time, bro. He might actually not miss it. Alright, we need to kind of, I just think it'd be cool to kind of have him move forward a little bit, like that. This might work. We might be able to make this work now. The fact that it is... I have an idea. I have a slight idea here. I think it's over, bro. It might be over. The animation, it might be over, bro. It actually might be over. Now let's put all this back into, let's see. Both of the arms are done here, but we need to do the legs now. My god, he is so close to the edge, bro. God. Doesn't take a genius to realize how freaking close he is to the edge. Should totally have that expressed. He realizes that he's very close to just falling off completely. Alright, we're gonna have him kind of get into the position so that he's going to pretty much hang on to it, probably, something like that. That seems like it'd be... Stop it. It's so far. His leg needs to kind of be back here. Let's see what this is looking like so far. Okay, this is actually going on. What if we just remove this one low-key? What if we remove this and then just squeeze it in a little bit? Should fix my, yeah, this should fix the pausing problem. Yay! Okay, that looks better now, in my opinion. I'd say it looks a bit better. I'm gonna do a little bit of that. Have him somewhat miss the top part. Okay, he is just completely just not. He was completely just looking in a different direction for a bit. And, what did I do? Oh yeah, I pressed F. Alright. It's decent. Alright, I've said alright so many times, bro. I'm so cooked. Either way. We got him to land on the hand of this thingy. This is actually something, actually kind of reminds me of one of my first animations I did on Studio. Or at least not first, but first one I was proud of, at least. Yeah, it reminds me of that one. If you know, you know. It's one with another guy that had a thing over his face and also happened to be blue, which is pretty cool. I will say, from then, I'd say I improved quite a lot. I improved a shit ton. Also, since I left, I improved quite a lot, in my opinion. Like, I would say I improved quite a decent amount after I wasn't on YouTube for a bit. Oh, I don't know if I said this, but the reason I wasn't on YouTube was because I was doing other things. Other things that weren't exactly, important, necessarily. It's partially just because I forgot to upload. I'm not kidding, like, I just don't want to animate or upload. And if I did already talk about that, yeah, editor me's gonna be a little bit mad, but that's okay, because that doesn't matter right now, because I'm not editing yet. Let's have his arms all the way back up, all the way to the, oh shit. Have these arms, like, really hanging onto this shit. Hell yeah. Alright, he needs to get to that taco, bro. He needs that taco. He needs the taco. When he gets to it, it's gonna be so fire. Right, oh yeah, I should mention, if you've watched this far, consider subscribing or, you know, just liking the video. Helps me out. helps my content reach more people. We're also, you know, surprisingly, you know, I've been gaining a lot of subscribers over the, course of the time that, you know, I haven't been uploading, which, cool, but, like, how exactly? Because usually what happens whenever I'm not uploading is that I get, like, nothing, bro. There's usually just nothing. It's a freaking wasteland whenever I'm not uploading. So I find it pretty interesting that the complete opposite happened. And that I somehow managed to gain, like 10 subscribers or something during the time, which is, I mean, for some people that might not seem like a lot, but that's still it's a pretty large amount, and as of right now, I'm sitting at around, no, I'm like sitting at exactly like 258, which means we are more than halfway to 300. Slightly, I'll say, but, like, that's still really close, and I want to mention, it took me like 2 years to get to 200, so if we can get to 300 this year, that would be fire, I'm not gonna lie. And at this rate, we probably could get it before the end of the year. And that would be really cool. I don't know if this is decent posing, but we're gonna find out, I guess. Also, there was a lot of people in my, like, comments, or more or less there was just a lot of people commenting in general. Like, I wasn't expecting there to be, like, a lot of people at all. I was expecting maybe, like, 5 people comment on my videos. But nope. We got, like, a shit ton of people for some reason. And y'all are just, like, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see people for some reason wanting to watch your video. Wanting to watch your dumb video. Aside from that, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Yeah. I also want to say that currently Animate with Me 1 is literally my most popular video on my channel. Like, I'm not even kidding, that is my most popular video. Not short, but video. I should also mention, I am planning on making shorts again. With just animations I do. And I might also do one of those animation reel thingies that I've been seeing people do. That I see some other animators do. Because they look like I could show a lot of my animations that I've been making, that I have not showed anyone. And that sounds just like a cool thing to do. Let's look at this in linear. I want to see how bad it looks. Wait, what the hell? Oh, wait, what the hell? It actually looks decent. There's no way. I mean, this part's a little questionable, but it's pretty good, though. Let's just not move this one at all. But yeah, I also want to mention, I did not think that I would get to, like, almost, like, more than halfway to, well, not like more than halfway, but, like, I did not think I'd get to 250 subs this fast. Like, I genuinely, like, it was getting to a point, like, a few days ago, it was at a point that every day I'd wake up, I'd just randomly gain another sub, and I'd just be like, what the hell? Oh, shittings. Like, oh, shittings. It was kind of crazy, like, I'm not used to getting subs that often. It's a welcome change, but it is a change, which is pretty crazy. Aside from that, oh yeah, I've been playing a lot of Flood Escape 2, if you know what that is. I made a video about it. Well, more or less just a filler video, as I got to, making this video. Yeah, Flood Escape 2 is pretty fun, and I've been having a pretty nice time playing it. It has taken up a bit of my time, which means I wasn't uploading. Which, I mean, I suppose you already know that, since we are here right now. But like, goddamn, bro. I played quite a bit of Flood Escape 2. Let me do this, because this isn't... This good. There we go. This should fix... Yeah, that's why that looked weird. That makes sense now. I see why this looked weird before. Because he wasn't really putting his weight on this leg. We're just gonna have him... Right arm? He doesn't move his right arm here. We should have this arm kind of moving back here. I think this is going to look pretty cool here. Oh wait, no, that doesn't. There we go. Yeah. So, besides from Flood Escape 2, I've been playing a lot of VR, especially, like, there's like 3 games I've been playing recently, and those games are not Flood Escape 2, no, that's not a VR game. I've been playing Yeep's Hide and Seek, I've been playing, Ape, which is a pretty cool, it's a pretty, I want to call it niche, I do not know if it's niche, but we're just gonna call it niche since there's like nobody on whenever I get to play it. Pretty much, it's a game where you play as an ape, you know, it's one of those like Gorilla Tech horror games, except unlike most Gorilla Tech horror games, it has a cool thing about it called that it isn't exactly using Gorilla Tag movement. It uses like joystick movement, which is pretty cool, and it kind of works like, I don't know, I think it works somewhat like background VR, if you know what that is. I don't know if that's like a good way to explain it, but it kind of works. Okay, so the way you run in the game is like, instead of like pulling down the joystick like some VR games do it, you actually use you use your arms, you like swing your arms really fast, and it makes the joy in your stick go. Okay, no, never mind, I'm not gonna, let's not say that. It pretty much makes it so you run fast. You have to swing your arms really fast, and it makes you run. There's other games that do it, but like this game, in my opinion, is probably the scariest one with it, because bro, it is so dark. Like, it is so freaking dark in this game, to an extent that like, it genuinely, when I played it the first time, hell, even when I play it now, it genuinely scares me, bro. And I feel like kind of a bum for being scared of it, since it's a Gorilla Tag horror game, like who's scared of those games, but like, shit's actually kind of scary. Shit's a little scary. Not insanely scary, but definitely a bit scary. Alright, we're almost towards the end of this animation, which is pretty cool. We're almost making it towards the end. I'd say this is going pretty good. I'd say I'm pretty proud of this animation so far. I'd say it was pretty decent. Yeah. So far, I'm gonna say I hope you enjoyed the video. I know that I sometimes say this. I usually say this at the very end of my video, but so far, like, I'm enjoying animating this. Also, it's kind of different to be animating on Moon on this channel, since, funny thing is that originally when I first, I think like on Animate 1 or 2 or something, I was actually planning on animating in Moon, but I never did, for the reason that like, I don't know, it was just way too hard, and I'm not gonna lie, I think at some point I dead-ass rage quitted. I didn't want to animate, bro. I was so mad. For, like, the stupidest reason, by the way, like, there was no... I didn't really have a good reason. I just didn't want to animate. And during that time, there was just no Animate video. Speaking of animating, or like the animated with me videos, is that I am planning on actually uploading more often now. Even though I'm pretty sure I probably said that last time, but I sorta mean it this time, right? I sorta mean it. I will try to upload a bit more consistently. Hopefully, okay, we're not getting daily uploads like the first two that I did. That's just not gonna happen. It's not sustainable, and I will burn out. And that's probably even worse than me just not uploading. That's probably worse than me just not uploading because, you know, and I probably won't end up uploading for like a month, and that's just not cool. Now is it? We don't want that. I don't think. I really doubt we want that. So yeah. I actually like this walk at the end. This walk at the end's pretty good. And I'm probably gonna end up cutting till when I finish this like little stand-in walk animation, stand-in area. So yeah, probably see you then. Nah, just kidding, bro. We're recording the full thing. I'm not gonna just chip out on you guys. I wouldn't do that. Alright, so we got this part almost done. Alright, so... Alright, so far this is looking mostly fine. That doesn't... Yeah, there we go. I wonder if I can see a difference between... Yeah, I think the, linear ones are slightly, and I mean slightly darker. Okay, so this looks fine so far. Slight overshoot. Alright, this looks fine now. Alright, I'm liking that. Looks fine to me. This leg does not, but, you know, it just doesn't move for half of this. That's okay, I mean, it looks fine in the animation anyways. Alright, we're gonna have him grab thingy now. No, I'm gonna make the taco a little closer now because I don't want to have to make him reach it, like really reach onto the table. But yeah, I've been watching a lot of, I guess, Deltarune content, and bro, I really want to play like chapter 3 and 4. But currently, I am in a current predicament with the fact that I do not have Deltarune chapter 3, 4, and 5. Did I just make him kind of like do this? So it kind of... Right, this should do the trick. Why do I keep saying this should do the trick? Yeah, I'm such a bum. Alright, so the taco is now being grabbed, which is pretty cool. Need to make sure he actually somewhat holds the taco. Now that he has the taco, he is now going to eat the taco. Yeah. Alright, after this, try to get this done, I'm going to finish the rest of the body, and then I'll end up seeing you, and I'll end up probably cutting to that. Since you probably don't want to see me just get the rest of the body done. If you do, then, I mean, cool, but that's probably just, yeah. I don't know, it's kind of boring to do the part that isn't exactly the most, important. Not exactly important, but yeah, you probably don't want to end up seeing me end up doing the rest of the body, because it's more or less just making it jiggle around. I don't actually have any of the rest of his body moving here. He missed his damn face, bro. God damn it. Alright, little part where he does this is almost... He's almost finished eating the taco. I'm just gonna pretend that he eats it, because there's not really much I can do. But I'm just gonna kind of have him cover his mouth, since I don't really have much of a way to actually have him eat it. But yeah, I have to do all of that, bro. God damn it. And we can just... And he is eating taco. Alright, let's quickly just look at the rest of the animation, and we'll just, let me make sure the, tacos stuff is also done. There we go. Alright, let's go see what this looks like so far, and then I'll get back to you after that. All this just for a taco, bro. All of this just for a taco. All of that just for a taco, bro. Bro just eats the whole goddamn thing whole, bro. Just eats the thing whole, bro. Stop. I'm actually dying. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit once I finish getting the rest of the body done. Alright, I've finished doing that, so, let's look at the full animation now. I just realized this taco literally can be doing that. Anyways, Let's see. Alright. He enjoyed his taco. Our little guy who liked his taco, you should drop his name in the comments. You guys should actually, we should give him a name, because I might use him again. He's pretty cool. Yeah, that's about it. That's the entire animation. This took a bit longer than I thought it was. Yeah, so that's pretty much all we have for the animation for today. Our taco muncher. He ate the taco. He really likes tacos, clearly. I mean, I still can't with the way he freaking shovels the damn thing that.
I am the bad guy too, and my two best friends are Susie